Hello, everybody. This is R.K. Mullins, host of Author to Author, and I'm an author myself. It's one of them days. My brain ain't working, y'all. But you know me, I'm R.K. Mullins, author. Time for a serial killer, a lifetime of murder. Hey, confessions before death, Satan's revenge. I launched that on my mom's birthday to honor her memory. And every Valentine needs a good murder in it, don't it? Don't forget now, I got my memoir out there as well, a little short story, but it might help somebody out there. It's about a man that saved my life, literally. Today, on Author to Author, we happen to have Miss Sadie Torrence. All right, she is an author of historical romance novels. All right, I think that's a first for me. I'm not much on chick lit or chick lit as they call it, but hey, she's got a book. She's an author. She's on this program, right? Exactly. Y'all let me hear y'all about this now. Welcome, Miss Sadie Torrance. Sadie, take it away and introduce yourself.
Hi, thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
It's nice to be here. Some people call me the queen of the plot twist. I like to write kind of unconventional romance novels. It's more of an adventure than romantic. I like to kind of put more action and kind of battles and mythology into my work than the conventional romance and the usual plots that you can find into a romance novel. My book that I have out on Amazon and Smashword and on my author's website, www.sadiebooks.com, is called The Barbarian King Sagas. It's about a Viking king who doesn't want to be a king. He's actually trying to seek out a witch to save his dying father's life. But she's not actually a witch. So she's trying to kind of hold him off so that she can figure out how to save her own life. But she ends up trying to fall for him and save her skin while she falls for the lifestyle that he lives.
Let me stop you just one second. People, I forgot to tell about one of my rules. We don't do spoilers. Leave enough for the reader to be able to say, hey, I got to read this something.
Oh, that's not the spoilers.
I hear that. You did touch on a little subject there that kind of me and you are kind of liking in a way as far as our writing is concerned. You said you've been called the queen of the plot twist?
Hmm.
Take a look at the king. All of my books, and I'm not plugging my books, people, I'm just letting her know. All of my books have at least 3 major plot twists in it. And then they have an ending that is unpredictable. Nobody has ever been able to predict the endings I write. And they all think, like, hey, I thought I had it, but I was wrong.
Yeah, you'll never see the ending coming. The characters are usually pretty gripping. Most of my readers, when they get into my books, they fall in love with the characters. When the characters cry, they cry. When they laugh, they laugh. When the characters succeed, they cheer. When the characters get hurt, they hurt. So it's actually really rewarding when I get readers who reach out to me on Facebook and leave messages and just say, like, I read your book and I couldn't put it down, and I just really connected with the characters, and that's always great. I love hearing from readers, and I do try to get back to as many of them that do reach out to me as I can. It's not always easy to get back to everybody, but I do try.
Right. I don't think I've had anybody actually email me or try to contact me over my book. Are you getting a pretty good amount of reviews yet so far?
I don't get a lot of reviews online. I get some people do post on some forums that like just some readers and stuff like that. Like I don't get any real professional reviews or anything like that. I just get occasional readers who will be like, oh, I love this book. It was really great. I couldn't put it down or something like that. But to me, that's the most important part is the readers.
Well, I agree with you. It is the most important part. It is the readers. But the greater the number of reviews your book has on Amazon, not professional, but from the readers, all right, the bigger the chance it gets seen by more people. And I'm not talking about, as far as sales are concerned. I mean, it is going to boost sales, but it lets people out there know what other people are thinking about your book. If you have, like one review or none, people aren't going to look too much at it, even if you've got a professional review to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I got 28 reviews on my first book. And I look at it this way. I like to see what kind of, the way the readers are thinking. I mean, one guy, he said, after reading the book, he wrote a lengthy review, but at the end of it, he said, interview with a vampire? No, this was interview with a killer. A comparison to Anne Rice. I find that as a high compliment.
Yeah.
And I've had a few other compliments, but that right there sticks out as one of the pleasant ones. I mean, all of them are really good compliments, trust me. But we as authors live and die by our reviews. We don't write specifically to get reviews, but it helps us to know what our audience thinks and gives us the confidence to continue going on and writing other books. At least that's the way I view it. What do you think?
I agree. I think reviews are important and I encourage people to leave reviews. I think the problem with it is that I'm still fairly new in the business and I'm still fairly unknown by a lot of people. So it's hard to get noticed a lot. The readers who do know me love me, which is always great. And it's kind of mostly word of mouth by right now. So I encourage word of mouth and to spread and to share and at this point. So I'm just kind of building brand recognition at the moment to get noticed. But I figure it'll take off and sooner or later people will start to notice me.
I think I feel that that's probably very, very true. And word of mouth is the biggest advertising we can ever get.
Mm-hmm.
One, there used to be a saying, one person likes it, that's one person. One person doesn't like it, he's going to tell 20 others and they ain't going to like it. Go figure, right? They won't bet everybody else's word for it except for the one that's right, theirs.
Yeah.
But now, are you planning on writing other books? Are you working on?
Yes, I am actually. I'm working on a new book right now that I hope to release not this summer coming, but the next summer.
Okay.
Right now, the one I have is only a digital copy on Amazon, but I do intend to release it in paperback on Amazon this summer, which will be nice. So that'll open up sales. That'll be available hopefully in June or July. The new book that I'm working on hopefully will be available. That one will go straight to paperback in July or June of 2020 or 2022. So that'll be good. That one will be a little different. That's not going to actually be historical. It's going to be more contemporary. So.
Well, that brings up another question I got. Why did you choose just to go digital instead of going paperback and digital at the same time?
Well, because at the time it was being self-published, it was more of a financial issue at the time.
Okay, because I have not self-published through Amazon. I haven't yet. I had the money, so I paid a service to help me publish it, get everything up there. So I don't know what that cost entailed. And I'll ask you about that off the air because that's interesting to me because I'm getting ready to do just what you're doing, self-publish after firing this other one, right? But now, hold on just a second now. You can talk anytime you want to. I mean, I'm just sitting here trying to think of other questions, and 4 more minutes to fill on this dadgum thing. And you've been doing a great job, young lady. You are welcome on my show anytime you want to be. If you get that paperback version out later on this year, please hit me up.
Great.
On again, okay? That
Sure.
is, I mean, I don't make that offer lightly, and I sometimes don't make it at all. But for the most part, I do. Hang on just a bad burn a second. I'm gonna have to pause. And now, a good question, I think, for any author, beginning or seasoned. And a lot of people think because I got this bad burn show that I'm doing that I'm seasoned. My first book, didn't publish till February last year. And, you know, I published 2 others. One of them was kind of unexpected because Amazon messed up. It was supposed to be in a pre-release, and they just launched the dang thing.
Oh, yeah?
Make sales, I don't care. But it kind of messed up my UK publisher's time frame. But this is one question I try to ask every single author out there. If there's one thing you could tell a wannabe author or a, you know what I mean, tell somebody who's looking to start writing and become an author, what would you tell them?
Don't give up. I tried publishing traditionally, going through publishers, and I can't tell you how many times I wouldn't even get looked at, like just rejection after rejection. But I knew from online forums and stuff where I would post that people really enjoyed my work.
Right.
So I decided to just self-publish, and I got a lot of good responses and stuff like that. So, you know what, I just went for it anyways, and I decided this is what I wanted to do, and I went for it anyways. And I just figured, you know, because publishers, they get thousands and thousands of submissions every year, but they only publish a small amount of books each year. So just because somebody else doesn't see your worth doesn't mean that you're not good. So I would give up.
Don't give up. I mean, I didn't actually, the UK publisher that I signed with, they made a post on Facebook looking for American authors of fiction. And I couldn't very well, you know, give them time for sure because I've already published it, right? If I brought it back down, that'd be a third damn edition. I didn't want to do that. So I sent them The Drunken Savior, and they fell in love with it. We went from 2,000 words to 53 pages of I think it's 9 by 5 or something. I mean, not 9 by 5, but you know, it's not exactly a standard 6 by 9 style book. It's a little bit smaller, but still, it's 53 or 58 pages in less than, went from 2,000 words to 53 pages and published in less than 3 weeks.
That's quick.
Yeah. And I mean, this was edited every time they send me an edit, I was writing Johnny on the spot. I was adding more stuff and doing what they want me to do. And I was just say, oh, no, we can't do it this way. You know, that's an English way. This is American, right? And they, you know, they wanted it to stay Americanized. But I was Johnny on the spot. I was on every dadburn time. I was responding to it, giving them what they wanted, and you know, making sure that it stayed within the realm of truth, and to be and say and tell the story I wanted told, which was again true. I was honored. I mean, I was honored they picked me. And I've tried submitting to traditional publishers like you did. I've sent out 28 query letters to 28 separate publishers and agents. I got back 18 denials. That is a pretty damn good percentage. A lot of authors don't get back one. They'll just look at it and then delete it.
Yeah, it can get pretty discouraging.
Yeah, you have to write a pretty well written query to get them to even respond to you. Even if they're not going to take it, get them to respond. And if you got responses like you said, which I believe you have, you got a good query letter out there. You know what you're doing. Oh, better than I do. All right, Miss Sadie, I'm going to let you close this show.
All right.
Your name and your book.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I was Sadie Torrence, the Queen of the Plot Twist. My book is on Amazon and my website, www.sadiebooks.com. It's the Barbarian King Sagas, and I was having a great time. Thank you for having me.
It was my pleasure, believe it or not. I don't say that lightly. If it ain't my pleasure, I don't say it at all. All right, everybody, this is R.K. Mullins, author of Time for a Serial Killer, A Lifetime of Murder, Confessions Before Death, Satan's Revenge. And trust me, it makes Time for a Serial Killer look tame. That's why it has a disclaimer on the back of it. And don't forget now, that new book out there, The Drunken Savior, if you're into motivational, it's not a motivational book, but it's more of a inspirational book about a part of my life. And you'll learn a little bit about this old fool. Please look everything up. And don't forget Miss Sadie Torrance now. Look her up too now, y'all. Hey, y'all have a good day now, you hear?